Hey y'all, today I am in my element. I'm going to be showing y'all how I make my southern style collard greens. And of course we're going to be using higher quality ingredients than the original recipe calls for, so that way you don't have to feel guilty when you indulge in this delicious southern side dish. Alright, let's jump right in. First, you're going to chop one whole onion, and of course you can chop it as thinly or as thick as you'd like. Go ahead and set your chopped onion aside, and now it's time to prep our greens. I like to begin by removing the bottom portion of the stem first, then I fold the leaf in half, I fold it again, and then I fold it once more. I then cut the leaf like so, and it basically leaves you with these long strips, and you can of course cut these strips in half too, but keep in mind that they will shrink while cooking them, so you don't want them to be too short. There are other ways you can cut your collard greens, but this is usually how I do it. Once you've cut all your greens, go ahead and give them a good rinse and then set them aside. Moving on to the bacon, you'll want to cut it into about 1 to 2 inch slices. And be sure to get uncured, pasture-raised bacon if possible. To get started cooking, we're going to add the bacon slices to a large pot over medium heat. Give it a good stir and then cook the bacon until it starts to release some of its fat. Now, you do not want to drain the bacon fat because this is what's going to give the greens their flavor. Now we're going to add the chopped onion, and I'm going to stir it really well to make sure that it's coated with the bacon fat. And then just continue to cook until the onions are slightly soft. I'm going to stir in some minced garlic and allow that to cook for about 1 to 2 minutes. Now we're going to add the organic chicken broth. After adding it to the pot, we're going to turn the heat to high and bring it to a boil for about 2 to 3 minutes. Then we're going to reduce the heat back down to medium. And finally, we're going to start adding our greens. Now, the key here is not to rush. You'll want to add the greens a little bit at a time, and as they begin to cook down, you can then add more greens until you've added all the greens to the pot. And of course, it wouldn't be true southern style collard greens if you didn't add a little bit of vinegar. So instead of white vinegar, we're going to use apple cider vinegar, and this is pure preference. I like to add about a tablespoon or 2, but it's completely up to you. Now I'm going to add a little bit of Celtic sea salt and black pepper to taste, and give that a good stir. And at this point, you're going to turn the heat to low-medium and then allow the greens to marinate for a couple of hours. Of course, the longer you let it marinate, the more flavorful they'll be. I hope y'all enjoyed this recipe, and if you're looking for a grain-free cornbread recipe to serve alongside your greens, then be sure to check out my recipe for that as well. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!